Hi friends, it's Amanda here from Faithfully Homemade, and today I'm going to show you my preschoolers workboxes for week 9 of homeschool. And the first activity I have here, I am using my Play-Doh Letter Match Activity Center, but this time we're not going to use it with Play-Doh. Normally you roll Play-Doh and then they stick the letter in that matches the picture. But this week, what we've been doing, and you can see he's kind of playing with these, is I pulled out these little toys that he has. These are from a Fisher-Price zoo, like animal zoo toy set. And if you can see, they have on each one, they have the beginning letter of the animal. So this one has an F on it, and you know, the monkey has an M on there. And anyways, you can just use any kind of little animals that you have. You don't have to have the letter on it. But these ones are perfect. And what he's been doing, he's already done this and he loves it, is I paired it up with these cards. And so he takes a card. So if this one is a pumpkin, and he has to ask himself, what does pumpkin start with? It starts with P. Then he has to find the animal that starts with the same letters. So for this example, the penguin, and so he would put the penguin on there for P. And then here's a moon, what starts with moon, and he matches it up with monkey, and he puts it on there. And so that's what we've been doing with these. These have been a lot of fun. Yo-yo goes with yak, and he's also learning animal names as he does it, but he's practicing beginning sounds and matching them up. Apple goes with alligator, and so that has been a lot of fun doing that. Let me show you the next thing. Okay, the next activity are these beginning sound mats. And you may have seen these in some of my other videos. We've had these for a while. And what he has to do is he has to match them up with magnetic letters. Now, we have a bunch of different magnetic letters in our household. These ones here are from a little toy set. And I just have them organized in this container here. And I like these for him because they're bigger than the regular magnetic letters. And so he can manipulate them a little bit better. Especially if, he's okay with the regular magnetic letters now that he's 3. But when he was 2, these were great. So anyways, what he has to do is he just has to match up beginning sounds. So hamburger starts with H, so he would just go ahead and grab the H and put it on his mat, and he would continue on until he can match them all up. So D for duck, and so on, E for elephant. Now, the one thing about these letters that is different from our other magnetic letters is that they only come in capital letters. So if you're practicing capital and lowercase and things like that, you may not want to use something like this. But he really does enjoy them. So let me show you our other letters just in case you haven't seen them before. So this is our other set of magnetic letters, and these ones are great because the vowels are red and the consonants are blue, and then I have capital and lowercase letters in here. So some more of these, I have different ones of these for the different beginning sounds. These ones are beginning sound mats that you just place the letter on top of the picture. So he would continue until all of the pictures on the mat are covered up. So for example, he would put a T on the turtle and so on, an H on the house, just like that. So let's go on and show you the next thing. Okay, this next activity are my hidden CVC word puzzles, and he is just beginning to sound out words because he knows the sounds of all his letters, and so he pretty much knows the sounds of all his letters pretty well. So what we've been doing is we've been doing these puzzles. Again, if you haven't watched my videos before, I always leave links below where you can get all the activities that I make. So if you're interested in anything, always look below in the description box or in the comments section. Okay, so anyways, what these are is he takes a left side of the puzzle, and he has to do the beginning sound of each of these pictures. So hippo starts with H, so he would find his magnetic letter that starts with H, and he would put it in the box. And then apple starts with A, so he would put that one in the box, and then table starts with T. So now he has made a word, and now I would teach him how to sound this out. So hippo was H, ha, t, ha, t, hat. So we do a 3-step method for sounding out words. Let me show you that real quick. Okay, so what we do, excuse me, to sound out words is we use little manipulatives, and here I just grabbed some little buttons with magnets on the back, and what we do is we do it like this. He puts on a manipulative by each sound, and then he says the sound. So, huh, ah, t, huh, ah, t. So that's segmenting it, and then we blend it together. At. He kind of pushes them together to blend, and then we say the whole word together. He says hat. So anyways, once he's read the word, then he has to find the picture that matches the puzzle. So here he's got three choices: a hat, a mat, or a bed. Obviously this one's hat, so it should match up, and it does. Okay, so anyway, here are a whole handful of just different words and picture matches that he can do, and there's some for every vowel. So some have A, E, I, O, or U, all the short vowels, and just lots and lots of CVC words. CVC means consonant, vowel, consonant words. So, all right, let me show you the next thing. Okay, so these are my Play-Doh mats, and these are for making the letters and practicing handwriting, but they also practice phonics because they have pictures on there that begin with the beginning sound. There's a couple different ways that we're going to use these this week. So obviously they're made to roll out Play-Doh, and then you roll it out into the letters. So he's done that many times. So another way we're going to use them this week is we are going to match them up with a sandbox. So this is just a little tin I have. Here's the lid. And what he does is, I just put sand in it. This is just some green sand, but you can also put just salt in there if you don't have sand. And this is just play sand. And what he does is he uses the eraser end of a pencil, and he makes the letters. So in the sand, so he would make capital A, you know, like that in the sand. And he can do any letters that we're working on with that. And then one other way we practice it, so obviously dry erase markers are a great way to practice it. We use these mats sometimes with the dry erase markers, so he can, you know, he can trace it. Oop, this marker doesn't work very well. He can trace it on here with his dry erase marker, and then we can obviously erase it because it is dry erase. But I also have these little cards here that have the actual letters for him to trace, and these are a lot of fun because when he traces it here, it actually shows it on the line. So I'll leave a link below where you guys get these too, but he loves to do these. You can see where he's been tracing it. We've tried to erase it, and they do erase pretty well. So we have these cards as well. And then the other thing we do for handwriting is we have the Handwriting Without Tears chalkboard, and so we make the letters with this and with a little piece of chalk. You're supposed to use a small piece of chalk so that their fingers are kind of held in the proper fashion, and then they start at the smiley face when they make their letters. If I was going to make the letter L, he can actually feel it go across the outer edge with some of the bigger, taller letters, and then you can use the back too. It's like a front and a back thing. So I have really loved Handwriting Without Tears, especially with my 5-year-old son. My 5-year-old has really benefited from it. So if I was going to do the capital D, it's big line, big curve, and they know to start at the well, I didn't do it very well, but they know to start at the smiley face. It's actually supposed to be more like this. So anyway, he's really liked doing it on this chalkboard. So I would highly recommend Handwriting Without Tears. I don't know them. I don't have any kind of affiliate with them. I just like Handwriting Without Tears. Okay, so moving on to math, I pulled out 2 counting books that we've been using in fall time. I made these a few years ago. And I use them with all my preschoolers. And this one is a fall counting book. And then this one is a Halloween counting book. We're not big on Halloween here. I do let them like dress up, and we do go trick-or-treating every once in a while, but we're not big Halloween people. So I prefer to stick to fall, but I pulled them both out. And this one is counting fall, you know, objects. And so all he has to do, we use little manipulatives. These are like the caps to baby food, squeezable food jars. And then I think I showed you the buttons already in this video. And then here we have some little pom-poms with magnets attached, or just any kind of little toys you have at home. We have these little cars, and what they do is they do one-to-one correspondence. So here's one apple, so they take a little manipulative and they put 1 on there. Here's 2 trees, so he does 1, 2, one-to-one correspondence. This is great for like 2-year-olds and even younger, but he still enjoys doing it. And it's just a fun way to make his reading interactive. And it's a fun way to talk about fall time, since it is fall right now. And he can do the same thing with his Halloween book here. So this one has 1 cat, 2 spiders. By the way, this book is free, a free download, so I'll leave the link below. It's free in my site. So you have 1, 2, 3, just one-to-one correspondence. Any kind of manipulatives you have, they can do this with these kind of books. So he'll be doing that this week. Okay, and then this activity we didn't get to last week, so I left it in his workbox. It is fall shape matching, where he has to match the shapes. This comes in my Fall Early Learner Centers activity bundle. And what these are is he just pulls one of these. So here's a square, and then he has to find the pictures that have a square. So this one has a square, and now this one wouldn't be. This one's a triangle, so this one would go on here. And this one's a triangle, so this one would go on here. So that one would do the triangle. But anyway, he has to go through these pictures. That's an oval. There's a diamond. And he has to find, that's a rectangle. He has to find the 2 squares. Here's the other square. And he would put it on there. So he's done with the square, and then he can go on to other shapes. He's done with the triangle one too here. And so all of it is fall themed. You can see all the leaves and that kind of thing. So that's going to be fun this week as well. Okay, and then we are going to do, again, my count and match from my Fall Early Learner Center. He really liked this. And this one comes with these trees with leaves, and then these cards with the baskets, and the kids with the apples. And so the apple cards go with these, and the leaf cards go with these. And what he does is he takes a card and he counts how many leaves are on the tree. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he finds the number 5 leaf, and he has to put it on the card like so, and then he can go on to the next card, and so on. Same thing with these. So this one has 1 dot on it, so he has to go through his apples here and find the number 1, and he would put it in the basket. So this one, let's see, this one has 2 on it, so he would put the 2 apple in that basket, and he would just continue on. So, okay, so the last thing I want to show you is I bought these hands-on number bars from Lakeshore Learning. And I do every once in a while use things that I don't personally make, but usually I use things that I make myself. But these looked really interesting because they have all these different numbers on them, all 1 through 10. And I just pulled out a few of them here. And what I thought I could have him do is he could count out, so like he could count out 7 objects and put them, you know, on here, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, all the way to 7 in the little slots. And then I also thought he could like rearrange them in order. So 6, like for example, if I take away the 10, here's 6, 7, 8. If we put them in order, he can physically see that 6 is smaller than 7 and 7 is smaller than 8, because it kind of, you know, goes up like that. I thought that was a great way to show greater and less than kind of a thing, if we put them in order, and he can kind of see which one's bigger and which one's smaller. So anyways, I thought these were interesting, and these were a lot of fun, and so we're going to try those this week. I think that's it, guys. I don't have a ton for him this week, but still having fun. We actually have already started our week, so he's already done a few things. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.